Welcome to Live Candlepin Bowling, Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg. Doesn't everything look pretty? They redid the lanes, they redid the approaches. The only bad thing is, with the approaches, there's almost no slides. Who knows how long the knees will last. But it all looks really nice now. They were talking about how there was so much sawdust flying everywhere. But it looks really nice now. So, without further ado, let's see how things work. Second ball wasn't as close as it looked. We got a 9. That be a spare. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Epco, your thing Proline, the only thing professional you're about to see. Let's see what we get. You know what? I think this is still in the wrong spot, so pardon me while I move things around a little bit. There we go. Oh, this is actually, the legs are still pointing wrong. There we go. All right, there we go. El Stinko. El Stinko doing what it does best. And that's a 2. Got a decent 8. That one slipped. Two El Stinko the bonus balls. What will they add up to? Double strikes here at Putnam Street? Several times. Triple strike? Twice, missed by 1. First ball just barely under the lob line. But then again, I've seen in competitions even those shot for TV, if it's ever tiny amount over, people tend to look the other way. But I think they both. Second ball was good. First ball was cutting it close. 9 fill. Again, cutting it close with that lob line, but definitely closer to being good than anything else. That's a 10, and before I put it in, so I avoid the animations, this is halftime. 9, spare, 8. El Stinko being a 2, then a strike, and a 10. The first 2 balls knocking down the 9, leaving the middle finger. We are at 39. We are at 49 at the half. Yeah, that El Stinko really hurt a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. It's not 4, it's 58. I'm good at math. Remember where we are, people. That actually was skill, hard to believe. Once again, time for El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what it gives us. Oh, my favorite 6. Mirror image also counts. El Stinko's a weak 4 and a terrible lead. Too long, that's a 9. Back to normal. That's a 9. And a week 7. That's all I could have done. And a 10. That frame sucked. That fill sucked. That fill was weak. $1.07. According to ICBA rules, records of casual league bowlers, average skill is 80 to 100. And I know that's true because I've actually seen records of said casual league players. So, match game. Forgot there's a match game. Basically, after each game, it picks a random number from 50 to now I know it's 125. Used to think it was 120 until a 123 appeared. If my score matches that number, I get a free game. I still have one from the previous visit. All right, I'll take the 107 over to 83. All right, game number 2. And that's what we call a Putnam Street spare. Any place that's even average skill in terms of bowling alleys themselves, or even moderately easy, that wouldn't have happened. Anyway, El Stinko time. Apparently they don't have to know that they're El Stinko to go Hollywood and suck. Well, at least it's a 13 to start frame 1. Slide's almost non-existent. That's probably why you're noticing I'm approaching slower than normal. Seems to also be working. Don't want the bowling gods to hear that. Didn't think I'd get a spare, but it did go where I shot it. Since they seem to know whether they're El Stinko or not, well, let it go Hollywood by giving it the attention it needs and screwing me over. Yeah, I think we gotta stop giving them the attention. They seem to want to screw me over when they know they're El Stinko, which is halfway to Worcester. Another deuce. As Dave Madela says, it's beautiful when they're beautiful when they go, when you get a spare and a half Worcester. Plus, I also magic erasered the bowling balls, so they haven't slipped yet. And it's time for El Stinko. I tell you, they know when they're El Stinko. Once again, doing its thing with another deuce. If that were only ball 2. Putnam Street 10. Anyway, speaking of, spare and 1, 9 and 2. Only getting 3 from El Stinko. Spare and 3, spare again and 4. And a 10 and 5 in terms of the fill. Both of those were deuces. So we are at 54. Week 7. Good thing ball 2 didn't do anything. That was a lob. Well, welcome to Putnam Street. Oh, and since I know there's first-timers that come on every now and then, you're wondering what I'm talking about lobbing. And for those first-timers watching Candlepins, you notice the second line here, that's the lob line. If the ball doesn't make contact with the lane before it crosses, it's foul. There's another I wish was ball 2 moment. 10. I know I could have went for the fatter pin, but going for broke with an 8, I'm not wise in a competition, but what the heck. We had 8 anyway. Again, just barely behind the line. Another 10. Take the 9. Sucky Phil, Sucky Phil, Sucky Frame. Sucky Phil. But we got $1 on the nose. Alright, we see some people. Hello, Tom. Hello, Sports Fanatic and Nico. Heard anything about Palace Lanes? The only thing I know now is apparently the building's not going anywhere. Not sure what it's becoming, if anything. Now for the match. If I got a 66, I would have matched, but I'll take the 100. And as of Masons, I've mentioned this before, that's being turned into a Department of Children and Families office. Which I think if you were part of the Department of Children and Families, you would leave a few lanes open and keep the mini golf. Children and families. Putnam, no one knows. I've heard apartments. I've heard maybe it's going to open again. Heard business. Not sure. Game number that many. And some bought in and won't be closing, but and I've heard it too. It's up in the air. The one thing we now found out is not true is that both buildings are not going to be torn down and condos put in. Like I said, I heard the buildings will stay. It could either be apartments, the alleys might open again, it might become something completely different. I've been looking at 78 Daniel Street every now and then, see if anything happens. That's how I found out DCF was taking over Masons. Anyway, game number that many. Well, we knew Mr. Caleri would be showing up. There he is. Still hard to get rid of, even though he's much easier to get rid of here. We have to wait for that piece of wood to stop rolling. If we throw it knowing that it's rolling and it's used, it's a foul ball. If it were rolling but it's not anywhere near the action, take your risk. However, under the rules, if everything is at a dead stop when you deliver the ball and it moves again, that's when it still will count. Nine from a Caleri, not bad. Again, barely under the lob line. Quite a difference. Week 7. Welcome to Putnam Street. I found the one tiny spot that was slippery. Now my left knee's killing me. Time for El Stinkle the bonus ball. Let's see what it gives us. Every time my knees hurt, I then tend to be a little overly cautious in bending down. El Stinkle gave us a Putnam Street 7. Getting better. At least an 8 on that. Had to aim for the cap, hope for the best. Well, we got 9, and that's halftime. And a 9, 7, spare, 8. First ball knocking down 7. Then a 9. Left knee will stop, telling me that it's been aggravated. It's not injured, just telling me I didn't like what you did. And there's a 50. All right, this is the part where we show comments. We know they exist. There you are. Let's keep going. Well, I guess a 300 plus triple's too much to ask, but still a decent game so far. We got the 8. And down the toilet we go with a 6. And let's see what's moving. Here's 2 words I know people that watch this show like. That's field trip. Is that piece of wood over the deadwood line 2 feet in front of the center of the head pin is a line. If the pin is touching or past it, it is foul and needs to be removed. This is very close to call. From here it looks okay, but no, it looks like it's actually over it. This is close to call here. Can it get any closer than that? That's actually good. Don't try this at home, kids. This place in Bryant's, trust me. So did the Pallison Masons, depending who was at the front desk there. I think that was ball 2. Every time something weird happens, I lose count. Play it safe, call it ball 2. Actually, I know it is. Yeah, everything starts to fall apart now. We had too much of a good run. That's an 8. No 3 digits, but hey. 2 frames to get 8. That'll help. It's also time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. Again, flirting with that lob line. But since I'm saying we got a 7, that means we're good. Now be a 9. Well, bad news, good news. Good news is we did make 3 digits for a triple. I mean, we did get, 3 digits. Well, actually, if you get 3 digits, it means you only got at least a 34 once and a couple of 33s. But I mean, let's start over. Good news. We got past the 300 triple mark. Bad news, not 100. That frame stunk. That frame stunk. That frame definitely stunk. I think I pointed that one already. Still a 98. Yeah, they kind of need to do a little more work with the slide. I mean, the lanes are beautiful. They sanded and redid everything. Magic number. All right, if I got an 85, I would have won a free game. Hello, Tom. And yep, he verified. You know, I just remembered that too. Remember the first one went way off, second one. Yeah, like I said, every time something weird happens or we have to do a check, I lose track. Anyway, game number 4. Grab your partner, do-si-do, around the kingpin we all go. And a 10. Wishing that was ball 2. I did not think I was going to get it. I was going to go right by it. Anyway, El Stinko the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. El Stinko lives up to its name with a 3. And so far, and I know I jinx it when I say it, so far we got a perfect game going where every frame has all the pins down. And a lousy 7. Curse of the Fill. Goodbye, perfect game. Here's the great collapse. Alright, that's a 10. So we got a half time, 10, spare, and where it goes to hell from there. 7 and 3, only a 3 fill, then a lousy 6 and 4. The great collapse may have ended with the 10 and 5. We're at 46. I earned that one. 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. Can we double strike? We've done that here quite a few times. Pretty nice night, Phil. Nine is what we get. The Woolworth and no wood. And that is a 9. Couple of frames late there. Time once again for 2 out Stinkle the bonus balls, thus reversing the downward spiral, which really wasn't a downward spiral. We went from 109 to 100 to 98. Well, anything will make it go higher today. This one ball. Oh wait, two. Let's see. Yeah, we definitely finally stopped going downward. Like I said, not that the downward spiral was really going very low. I mean, a 9. I had the right thing in mind, I just said the wrong thing. And the middle finger remains. Ooh, this is the high one so far. Those 2 frames sucked. That fill sucked. The strikes definitely helped with the 9 fills. And we got a 111. Remember where we are. And the magic number is, we didn't win because I don't see the winner underneath the score. Oh, if we got 88, I'll take the 111. Game number 5. And there you have it, people. Lovely. Remember, kids, this is why you don't aim for the center. Start with a week 7 from a spread eagle. That ain't too bad. may help things out with El Stinko, the bonus ball. The spare ones have not been very nice. Let's see if this one can be. Why change? Typical spare El Stinko sparing us pins. Another 3. Wood helped us give us a 9er with a middle finger sticking up for us. Another chance for spare El Stinko, the bonus ball, to prove itself to stink. Let's see what we get this time. Well, you know how to spell screwed, but at least for a change, a spare El Stinko is good with a 7. Eight is great, and that's our halftime. We start with a lovely 7, then a spare, then a 9. El Stinko delivering only 3 on the first ball, then another spare and an 8. And oddly enough, El Stinko actually gave us 7 of those. We're at 54. Big 5-4. Let's see what we do now. since I aggravated it. It's going to complain now. But the left knee's letting us play nicely. That's a 10. Welcome to Masons. Was actually going for broke, wound up going for safety, still wound up with a lousy set. Second ball, I was kind of surprised. At least it hit something. That's why I at least wanted to hit something. Alright, that sucked. That fill sucked. That fill actually is okay. But that frame sucked. 97. Alrighty, let's do our match. If I got a 77, I would have matched. Game number 6. I accidentally hit a filter button, so the comments showed up, so I already checked that. occasionally blackouts on the comments, so if you left one and I ignore you, I at least try to say hello to everyone. You may have hit the black hole where they didn't come in. Kingpin for 9. Another 8. Second ball was a laser. First one, probably buckshot. Time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. El Stinko stinks more for the lead. The 5 is okay. Once again, El Stinko, the spare ball, actually gave us something halfway decent, number-wise. Left one standing on that sideways diamond that Dave Madlis says is very rare, but almost always happens when I do a video. 9er. Well, that being said, halftime. 9-8, spare 9. Unfortunately, the first ball left that weird 5, but it's a 49. And hello, Edward. way too long on that one for now. There, you got to see it twice. This time it stuck around. Lousy 6. Middle finger for 9. With ball 2 flirting with that lob line. And a lousy 7, and oh, I made it just barely. Barely smack dab in the middle of average. Sucked. Lousy fill. About a 90. I know I'm going to jinx it by saying this, but that's the low game so far. And the magic number is all right. 74. We'll rather take the 90. Time to clean the bowling balls. It's halftime. This towel dried out. Alrighty. I think we gave them enough time to dry. I still like when this thing sits long enough. They left the screensaver on back when they had CRT television sets displaying the score. Anyway, second half, game number 7. It was a little off, but it worked. Close to where I wanted that. Time for El Stinko, the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. All right, a decent 5 fill. Stinks for the lead, the Starlight 5. Decent 9. Only at Putnam Street would a quarter Worcester do that. Didn't help that I dropped the second ball. Stink frame of 3. Well, no escaping the stink frame this time. Although I don't think we usually escape it all that often. piece of wood on the far left kept the 10 from happening. Oh, we got a 9. Halftime report, a spare, then a 9. First ball knocking down 5, 9, a lovely 3, and a 9. We're at a decent 45. Well, looks like we're going to set a new low standard. That's a set. Miracle 10. Showed the king what I think of him not falling down with the rest. So that leaves us without Stinkle the bonus ball. Let's see what we get. Well, Stinko sucks with that leave. Ford it kind of helps. Got a 10 out of that mess. Craptacular 6, the great collab. But it's not the low point. Alright, that fill was kind of nah. That sucked, that fill sucked, that frame sucked. Still got 92. Left knee is deciding to be a little less cooperative as we go. And now, well, if I got a 99, I would have been awarded a free game. I won a free game from the previous visit, and this is what you get. Can't help the jitters. Time for game number 8. Start with a lovely 5. And 3, so this game's out. Watching the great collapse continue. We need marks. Literally nothing. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Here's the halftime. 5-3-6. The only good thing, a 10 and a 7. 31. This game is junk. My low here is this 54. Let's see if we can avoid that. That's a 9. There was wood in the pit, and I didn't see it. It took down pins. No good. That's a 9. I said this game's far gone. No mark. Doesn't matter. Yeah, there was no saving it, so I threw the third ball away if a mark didn't happen. There was no point to it. A few 9s, 4 9s, that's it. 72, that's the low point. Now, if this continues, and chances are it's a knee issue, which happens here, especially here, and might have to tap out, which we have done before. Yeah, if we're still sucking like that, then there's an issue and we gotta tap out. Well, if I got a 78, I would have matched. Game 9. I know some of the people hate it when I throw away the third ball, but literally at the 5th frame, if there ain't a mark, there's no saving it. So what's the point? It's not a competition, so what's the point? 8 is great. There we go. 2 I'll stinkle the bonus balls. Let's see where we go. Of course, if I lose 5,000 pounds, I might not have as much problem. Which happens to be sort of when I was lighter, I was at my 90 to 100 average. Mostly 90s. 9 fill on the strike. It shall be. Alright, this half is way the hell better. You got an 8, then a strike, then a 9, which is the fill, 10 and a 9. We are at 55. A reverse half Worcester left turned into a strike. Welcome to Putnam Street. 2 I'll stinkle the bonus balls. Let's see what we get. king refused to bow. We got a 9. That's the fill. Remember who tried for the obvious. Still doing pretty good. We got 9. Middle finger for 9. It is great. Now we go from an unrecoverable train wreck to this. Not really bad. We got 2 marks and good fills. They're both strikes. One was kind of lucky, kind of Putnam Street-ish. Like I mentioned before, both Chris and I have on occasions tapped out here because of the lack of slide and our knees bothering us. So that is still a possibility. Now checking the match. If we got a 98, we would have won. No, 95. Game 10. spare, and El Stinko, the bonus one. What will we get? Oh, doing what it usually does. Stink. 13 for frame one. Welcome to Putnam Street. That would not happen anywhere else. Anyway, time for El Stinko the bonus ball again. Let's see what we get this time. El Stinko went halfway to Worcester, so none of them were good so far. That pin must have a nick in it. Saved by the nick. That's an 8. Between the wood and the 10. That's a 9. That would be a strike. And that's also a halftime. Spare, then a second spare, first ball only knocking down 3, then an 8, first ball only knocking down 2, 9 and a strike. So far we're at 52 with 2 El Stinkos. Can we double strike? We've done it here quite a few times. Probably not the way things have been going. But you don't know. Well, welcome to Mason's with some Putnam Street ending. Fell more to the right. I could have flung the wood in, maybe got a 9, but an 8 still okay. That brings a half to a 60. Bob did. That's an 8. Putnam Street strike. Although at Mason's I actually got a backdoor strike once. Completely missed the head pin and get it. That means 2 I'll stink of the bonus balls. It takes a bit of luck to miss the head pin and get a strike. Really takes luck if you hit the 6 pin or the 4 pin or the 6 and get a strike. 2 El Stinkos. Once again, let's see what we get. Lousy 6, although for the score it helps. Not very good for strike. Curse of the Fill, that's a 7. Still a very good score.
And what did he get after a strike? Was it a 9?
No, it was a strike. You got a strike or a strike.
Oh.
And here comes the great collapse again. That's a 4.
Where's it gonna come in? Where?
So, yeah.
One good frame does not mean a collapse is over. A 3-digit score doesn't mean that there was no collapse. Crappy fill, sucky frame. Oh, we got a 104. Still holding up. Like I mentioned, yeah, there have been times we had to pull the cord
All right.
because
Thank you.
it twerked our knees enough. Chris and I. This is the only place where that's happened too. 82 would have been a free game. Game number 11. Lob. The rare appearance of the Emily Spare. 0 and 1, everything in 2. So that means I'll stinko the bonus ball, only one of them. A strike would almost nullify it. Of course, El Stinko always has to suck. That's a 2. That's a 12. Curse of the Phil of week 6. I guess with the Phil, we can say the Great Collapse is still going.
Second half.
It is great. And another strike. Remember where we are. Needs 2 more El Stinkos. Let's see what they give us. Again, dance around the king and not take it down, but a 9 fill. King remains for 9. And for the half, spare. Lousy 6, first ball knocking down 2. Then an 8, a strike, and a 9. The first 2 knocking down the 9. 54. As I say, if anyone's leaving comments, they may have fallen into the comment black hole where the internet here skips around a little bit. So might have came in there and got sucked into the comet black hole where no comet can escape and reach its destination. 54th a half. And stink frame of 3. There, 10 helps a little bit. Spare. Time for a stink of the bonus ball. Let's see what it gives us. Can we actually get a decent spare fill for a change? I had a few of them, and that's about it. Why should they ever be good? El Stinko sucks like always with a 3. I thought I saw a piece of wood in the pit. It's actually just on the rear of the plate. If we're in the pit, we'd have to throw a ball down to get rid of it. And an 8. One away. Stinking bonus fills were crap. Crap fill, crap fill, frame sucked. Yet we got a 98. All right, last game, looking at MGM Springfield's wagers. Well, it looks like they're expecting a crash to happen. However, 4-1 under 80, 3-1 at the bottom end of average 80 to 89, 90 to 99 in the middle at 7-1, 9-1, 100 to 110, and it's 99-1 for anything 120 or higher. Let's hit yes, see if we match. I needed a 69, but I'd rather 98. Last game, let's see how it goes. All right, tapping buttons. There it is. Yeah, like I said, comments may have wound up in the black hole. I had to press it twice to be sure to see if anyone said anything. Almost lobbed that one, not that it mattered. Middle finger for 9. Very weak hit, somewhat close to where I was aiming, but Putnam Street, so it went. Time for El Stego the bonus ball. What crappy number will this spare ball be? God forbid any of them were any good. If you guess 3, there's probably a side bet in there. At least no curse of the fill. The king remains for 9. Jammed my knee. Thankfully, it's not killing me. It's a 9. Yeah, they redid the lanes and the approaches, and they're nice, but they gotta put a treatment down to make it slippery. El Strico, and I hit the button before I could see the score. Alright, short animation. Halftime. 9. Spare. 9. And of course, because it's a spare El Stinko, it sucked, which was a 3 for the first ball. Then a 9 and a strike. 2 El Stinkos with a 50. The strikes were 50-50 in terms of good. Guess the Starlight 5-2 pins fell. 7 good for the score, but kind of weak for a strike. Woolworth for an 8. So that's a 57 half. All right, there had to have been something I missed, that a spare somehow. I won't call it dumb luck because there had to have been something hidden that I didn't see. Yeah, we'll call it dumb luck because who could have saw it coming anyway because we couldn't see what hit it. Let's see how bad this spare fill is going to be. Oops. Well, El Stinko did its job by leaving a really crappy leave. The 7's pretty good. And when they were pretty good, the leave usually sucked. I needed to hit that one on the left for a chance of spare. Niner. For those who have taken bets with MGM and taking score, some of the high odds bettors are probably going to win some money. And a week 6. Terrible frame. Just need a 3 to ruin quite a few sportsmen betting days, and make the few very proud. Another crap leaf, but the high bet people have won. And that is. And we end on a, it's not the highest note, but we end on a really good note where very few people are winning very big bucks. That frame sucked. That fill sucked like most of them did. Anyway, we got a 106. I guess our comments have been light today. You know, sometimes the action's just so great. People just want to watch the bowling. Anyway, that'll be it from Putnam Street Lanes, Fitchburg, Mass. George F551 saying, hope you enjoyed and have a good one.